Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for ICP. This one had a little bit of a different reaction than everything else in the market. Going along with our count we had intact yesterday. You can see our largest divergence here is on this wave, and this looks like a third wave of a fifth. We're going to dial into what's going on in this area. I have several different options. As you can see, we had our third wave, just like other ones, up and above the 1.618 extension of the wave 2, came back to the 382 area, and we've launched off from there. But what I want to focus on is this area here down on the hourly and the 15-minute to show you some alternatives here and expectations. Currently targeting up around $17.80 before needing this larger correction to complete our 5-wave impulse. So let's go down to the hourly and talk about those areas. Keep in mind we're going to be starting from this fourth wave here to decide if we're close to completing, if we're completed, etc. Well, first of all, this is my primary count. You can see our third of the third here had the highest RSI spike, and we got divergence after that. It looks like we got a flat, which I was anticipating yesterday. And I believe we're still working on our fifth of the third of the fifth. This is my primary count, and it would pan out like so, up around $17.80. So we'd have a move up and above our third here. We'd then find support for our fourth, up for our fifth to $17.80. Now I want to show you some alternatives because there are different ways this can be counted. One of those is the fourth wave over here. And if that's the case, then we have one more wave to the upside, and then we need that much larger correction on the daily and the 4-hour. So let's get rid of that for a moment. And this is the alternative, if we just need one more wave up. And that would be, this is a ABC as a W wave. We then had a flat wave for our X and another 3-wave pattern for our Y. As you can see, our Y is lower than our W, so it is fine. And we'd start our count from here as a 1, 2, 3, working on our fourth, starting our fifth to the upside. And then we would collapse from here, where alternatively in my primary, we'd be expecting one more wave to the upside. You can see we're running out of steam here in either scenario. Just wanted to make both aware to you. So if you're trading this, I would suggest just one more wave to the upside just to be safe. The question is, which one of these is correct, right? The safer approach is obviously to bail out up around targets anyway. So going back to my primary, this is my primary because we have a lower low here. This is a really ugly wave 1 though. So I could see us just getting one more wave to the upside like so. So if this is what we get, you can see our fourth wave is holding right between the 382 and the 50 as expected for our fourth. Invalidation would be at 1110, and we made a nice 333. So this is WXY for our fourth wave, and we rejected much more than other coins. As you can see, we've invalidated this as an impulse currently. So if we were to top here for whatever reason, for example, if this was a very ugly ending diagonal somehow, and this was our fifth wave, seems very unlikely at the moment, but we would expect a 1 2 1 2 to the downside, or a 5-wave pattern. I mean, it's still possible that this would have to be a flat where you get 5 here, then we grind sideways, then we come down, then we grind sideways, then we come down in a very complex nature. So because this is unprobable as a expanded ending diagonal, we got 3 here. My bias is to the upside still, and I'm actually actively looking for an entry here. And I'll show you down at the 15-minute my primary, which is a ending diagonal here for our fifth wave. Let me go down a degree there. So I'm anticipating a ending diagonal here for either our fifth of our third or our fifth of our fifth, depending which area you wanted to count on the previous correction in the larger fourth wave. Was it WXY or was it an ABC? Again, pointing out this area. Is this a WXY? Or is this a flat that ended over here? Like so. Is this a 1-2 or did the Y end over here? Anyways, I'm repeating myself now. So let's go down to the 15-minute. Again, I want to see this level hold, this previous pivot, to keep this intact. If we do grind down a little bit more and break this low, we can make some sort of double bottom in this area and then come up for our ending diagonal, as long as we stay above that 1110 area. So when I take my entry here, I'm going to keep that in mind, and I'll probably put my stop just past the 50, but I'll give that trade setup when I enter. What I'm looking for is a series of three. We have ABC here. Looking for an ABC to the downside between $13.24 and $13.64.9, as you can see, right in that area. And then I'm looking for an extension up between the 618 and the 786. That is not correct. Like so. And then same for our fifth. Like so, right up around our target at $17.80. Now these can go higher. These are just standard areas I look for in an ending diagonal, the 618 to 786 of the previous wave. So I'm going to be looking for an entry here. I'm not sure how I'm going to play it yet. Options are put it past the 50 if you want the invalidation point, past 1110, or just hold this level if you consider this correction complete. I'll probably take this entry first because it's the best risk reward, and then look to re-enter at lower levels, where I might take a couple stabs at this. If we get the 50 come down, I might put my stop just past the 618 and take two trades this way. Seems to be the best option for our risk rewards. But this is my main primary at the moment. In a fifth wave, we do expect an ending diagonal or an impulse. If this got impulsive, I mean, we'd get crazy extensions, obviously. So it makes the most sense for it to be an ending diagonal. And again, my primary is after that. Obviously, they're different degrees. I should push that up. After that, if we're going to get that final wave up, we would look for support again and basically almost double top. So I would take profit at this next level. I'm personally going to do that in case this count is correct and we have a WXY, and then I'll wait and see what happens. Because if we get a really hard rejection here, we fall faster than we rose, something like this, break this fourth wave, and then started channeling sideways. This would be the ideal spot to enter that short for that larger correction we were talking about after the 5-wave impulse is complete. This would be the ideal spot for the entry. So that's your update for ICP. Looking for the entry here. My most likely entry currently is right between the 50 and the 618. So what I'm going to do, make your own decisions. Stop's going to go at this low and targeting that $17.80. And then after that, sidelining myself and looking for a potential short. right, guys, that's it for ICP. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want my updates as soon as I post them.